there was 92 gigs left on one of the drives in the Windows machine. And I'm currently sending over 64 gigs. So, math, 28 gigs will be left? Yeah. By the way, hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday. I've been talking a lot recently on the vlog about how I'm running out of room and how Doomsday is approaching soon, where Doomsday is the day that I have no more storage left on my computer. And I've been very proactive, fortunately. I've been moving over stuff to these drives. But I've been moving over disks, and I've got some good news. The other day I had finished moving over all of the old Steven Vlog stuff, which existed solely on optical media disks. And tonight I finished moving over all of the Steven Plays stuff that existed solely on optical media. And this was 2011, 2012, and then about half of 2013. And the thing is, doing that doesn't actually get me back any space. And you might be saying, well then why did you bother? It's because if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to truly do this, it needs to be done right. This is an archiving project. This is a big project. And if I'm going to do it, I need to make sure everything is accounted for, because this stuff, this and the first 1,500 days of logs, they only exist on disk. They only exist in one form. And yes, they do exist on YouTube, but those files aren't quite the same because they get transcoded for the internet. They're not quite the same as the exports that I have. And for example, since this is all that there was, if I had lost this in a move, if I had lost this in a fire, if I had whatever, they would just be gone. And I've known this for years, and I've put it off. And now I'm finally saying, you know what, I'm running out of room, and there is a lot of easy shortcuts I could take to get room back. I could move a bunch of crap to a drive and just say, that's it. And I'm not doing that. I'm trying to finally embrace the thing that I should have done years ago, and that is make a smart hard drive based solution for this, because it's always been based on finances. Like, the reason that we use disk in the first place over hard drives is that back when we were doing this in 2011, 2012, it made the most financial sense to do this. Hard drives were too expensive comparatively, and it was cheaper to just use DVDs and then Blu-rays, etc. That's why this happened. But now that hard drives are not super expensive anymore, it's time to do this. And I've talked ad nauseum about our decision to do external drives over something like a server, just because we can basically expand it forever, as opposed to, if you build a computer or server, whatever, you're limited by the amount of drive bays in it, and eventually you will run out. That might be a good solution at some point down the line, but for right now, externals made the most sense, and I have a closet full of unopened ones that I'm dumping all this stuff to. So yeah, everything up to this point has not done anything to get me space back, and that's because all of the stuff that was on disk has never existed anywhere else. So I'm putting it onto these new hard drives, and I'm not getting space back because I'm not taking anything off of the hard drives that I need to free up. But that is by design, because if I don't start with this old stuff, it will never get backed up, and that is the most important thing. My entire life has been about archiving to some degree. Like, I've archived the last 10 years of my life through the vlog, and it's archived on YouTube, but it's not archived well here in physical space. And if something happens to YouTube, then it's just all gone. The last 10 years of my life are just gone, and that's crazy. So I'm doing something about it, and I'm making sure that I have adequate backups here. But tonight was a big deal, because now that Steven Plays Optical Media is done, I'm in a good spot to actually start freeing up space, which is ultimately the goal. I want to back up everything, but I also need more hard drive space, and this is finally going to give it to me. Now, how I get that hard drive space back is that where I started like backing stuff up onto the hard drives that I'm running out of space on is 2014. So I've been working through all the optical media, which basically goes up until 2014-ish, and then I took over onto these computers, which is the stuff I have to free up. So if I pull stuff off of there, I'll be good. There is a lot of videos missing. like years worth. But I'm pretty sure that they're on the Hackintosh in the closet. So I'm going to try and dig that out soon, like tomorrow maybe, and try and, like, once and for all, make sure I have a good count of everything. But this is a long project. This is a complicated project because half of it is organization. I'm trying to organize everything by year so I can say, oh, I'm looking for this video. This video was produced what year? 2012. Where's the 2012 hard drive? There it is. So I'll get the 2012 hard drive, plug it up, and then I will be able to find the video. And all of the hard drives are going to have other hard drives that they're clones of. So all of the hard drives will exist twice because redundancy is key. If I didn't care about redundancy, then I guess everything could have stayed on disk for as much as I care. The hard drives are helpful because they're much faster, so if I need something, I can hook up a drive and just get it. And then also I will have redundancy, so there will be 2 copies of everything no matter what. And this has been a heck of a project so far with multiple terabytes of stuff being moved. And I'm going to be honest, we're not terribly close to it being finished, but we are very close to me getting a bunch of space back. And I'm excited about that. As one final note for today, I know people are going to be wondering how I'm feeling because yesterday, in a fit of, it's not stupidity, it's not carelessness, it just happens. It's the stairs are carpeted. I fell down the stairs, and it sucked. It hurt a lot worse after I was done ending the vlog yesterday. Like, I had to have time to sit, and it just started really hurting. And then getting a good night's rest helped, but like today has been a good reminder of like, oh, you fell down the stairs. I've had ice on my back because when I landed with a stair in my back, and that has caused some problems. I don't think I broke anything, but I really hurt my back. And I don't have a bruise there yet. And that has been very surprising. It must be taking its dear sweet time to form. But my back is real messed up. I can't bend down without it causing immense pain. And when I hit the stairs, I must have landed on my left arm, because ultimately I was on my right side, but I must have hit my left arm because my left arm is super sore as well. And I banged up my foot and a few other things, but really the crux of it is my back. And anytime I've been downstairs, like eating meals, watching TV, I've put ice on my back to try and reduce the swelling. But I feel fortunate because it could have been a lot worse, and it wasn't. So that's good. I'm just going to have to be really, really careful about the stairs. And I knew to some degree it was probably inevitable, but I'm going to have to be careful because it's a long way down for me. It is. And that's a funny joke, but it's also true. Like, the distance that my head has from the ground is more than most people's. And, I'm going to come down hard, and it's going to hurt. And, I got lucky this time with a hurt back, but next time I could break a bone or something. So I need to be careful. I warned you about stairs, dog. I tried to tell you about the stairs. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?